Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. My name is Dawn Geralds and I am the owner and broker of Zenith Land Real Estate. Today's video is inspired by insights on the home inspections by Matt Cook of Home Team Inspection Services. And I thought I would share my version of his tips for buyers during the home inspection process. So I've made a list of what I think are some practical tips to help buyers stay calm and confident during what has got to be one of the most nerve-wracking parts of buying a home, and that's the home inspection. Tip number one, no home is perfect. I don't care the age, even new construction, or how well the house has been taken care of, there's probably going to have some issues found during a home inspection. So no home is perfect. And if things are found, you shouldn't be surprised. A home inspection, guys, is not a pass or fail test for the purchase of a home. More than likely, there are going to be some items that get flagged. The inspection is simply a tool to give you important information about the condition of the home. And this brings up the second tip. When you get the report, you need to know the difference between a cosmetic issue and something that's a major concern. So drywall cracks, nail pops, issues with paint, while they may look awful, those are usually minor fixes and easy to take care of. But even if you're looking at, let's say, an older home, and there's a foundation crack on the outside, that does not necessarily mean disaster is around the corner and you ought to punt the home. It just means that you should get a closer look from the right professional. The third tip is to remember that even major problems can be fixed most of the time. There are qualified contractors that are going to be able to evaluate the inspection findings, and they're going to help guide a buyer to finding a solution to the issue. You need to focus on big ticket issues like the roof system or the HVAC or the electrical system. But if there's an item in the report that you get from the inspection and it worries you, you should bring in a specialist during your due diligence time and get a little more knowledge, a more detailed explanation. You don't need to panic if the inspection report is long, and this is your fourth tip. A lengthy report of items that are found can be alarming at first, but if you look at the list in detail, you're going to find that many of those are going to be small items. They're going to note things like a slow drain in a sink, or even a loose faceplate on a wall outlet. And both of those are easy and most of the time cost-free fixes, because like the loose faceplate will take nothing more than a screwdriver to fix that in a little bit of time. Like I said in tip number 3, you need to focus on the costly repairs and big ticket items that focus on functionality and safety issues. That's where your emphasis needs to be placed. Tip number 5 is probably the most important. Attend the inspection if you possibly can, especially for the last 15 to 20 minutes. If you are an out-of-town buyer though, you might want to consider a phone call or a FaceTime call towards the end of the inspection, about the same time frame. But why do I say that? Well, hearing the inspector explain in person the things that they have found and are going to include in the report is going to give you some better context and maybe a little more peace of mind, rather than just reading the report for the first time as it enters your inbox. I think these tips can be helpful. And you've got to remember that the home inspection is meant to empower you. It's not meant to scare you. You've got to use the inspection report to gain information. So ask questions, lean on the professionals that you're working with. Then you're going to be able to move forward in the transaction with confidence that everything is going to turn out as you want it to. Thank you for watching, and if you found these tips helpful, please give the video a like and share it with someone else who is about to start their own home buying journey. I'll see you next time for more tips and thoughts about real estate.